48.172.
Well, that went well. Let's try a quick qualifying run. Actually abandoned that, it's about to start. .145.9 is the fastest time. That is definitely a qualifying lap. 100% sure about that. 44 cars registered to this session. Feeling fairly comfortable, provided we don't make any stupid mistakes. The problem with the Suzuka is it's a circuit that wants you to keep on giving that extra bit more, and then it will bite your hand off. Probably go deeper into the chicane there, considering it opens up onto the straight, but yeah, here is the session. So here we go. So this is going to be about timing, I think, this race, because the traffic is going to play a large factor. Sector 1 is pretty much a no-go zone. You can overtake on the outside, but it's not going to be easy. So I think we need to time it to the point where we're in between the GTEs and the LMP1s are just about to catch up with us, and that'll be the time to go into the pit lane to refuel. So hopefully we can avoid all of the train, shall we say, the train of LMP1 cars and the GTEs that's going to happen, inevitably. And hope for some good luck in that respect. We've got 2 races this evening. If this one goes well, then we won't do the second one, but we're planning to do the 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock race for this evening. And we're looking for anything above 100 points. The higher the better. Fingers crossed for a large LMP2 field as well. There was only about 44 people registered, so I'm hoping they'll be put all on the same grid. At least the LMP2s, that is. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got a nice contingency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not the largest I've ever had, but it's not so low that it won't be for nothing. Supply our fuel load. We are the number 13, so we've got 3 people in our class that are higher than us. So we need to get 4th or higher in order to make this worthwhile. And now now time for qualifying.
So you're busy, but when you get a moment, just try to tell me what you got.
Okay, so I'm going to have to concentrate for this quite a bit. I'm going to get rid of my difference. Need to set the car up good. Nice and stable for the run down into turn 1, let's go.
Bring it around the pit this time,
Oh, that was a bad corner. Wheel spinning. Last lap.
1:47.631.
Nice, this is where we screwed up last time. Oh, it's an off track. Trying to be cocky. Although the exit there was better, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Exit out the hairpin was better too. Not a perfect session. That last lap was faster. And it felt really quite slow, to be honest. We could have knocked off those 6 seconds, or 0.6 seconds rather. It is a 1 hour race, so we'll do our calculations for fuel. 60 times 60 divided by, what was the lap time? 1:47. Gonna have 25 litres of fuel on the pit stop. That's what we're gonna need. And we should be good. So we're currently 1, 2, 3 in 4th place with that time. So we're pretty much spot on where we need to be in terms of our iRating. We could have gone quicker. I know the car is quicker than that. So fingers crossed we can make up some early positions. I know that if we get down into turn 1 before the rest of the guys, then we will be in a good position to defend for at least the first few laps until they get rubbered in. But only time will tell, really. Good news is the blinking issue that we had last race and the race before seems to have disappeared. I haven't had it in throughout all of practice. So either my provider has sorted out their issues, or iRacing has fixed whatever small netcode issue it was. I don't really know, but no issue so far in terms of blinking. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Don't wreck it, win it. Yeah, the amount of times I've heard that one. It never seems to work though. And good luck. Yeah, cheers Dan. So we really need those points. Currently we are in 3rd place. However, we still need to put down our week's results. So we are technically 2nd place, but in order to be able to retain that, we're going to have to do some fancy stuff here for either this race or the next one. Be the first time I've actually seen an entire season through on iRacing, I think. Usually I do about 5 rounds and get bored. Alright, okay, here we are, gridding. Okay, so we are still P4 in LMP2. And we want 26 litres, or kilograms rather, of fuel for the stop. Just going to double check that. 60 times 60 divided by 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 107.6 times 2.1 minus 45, 25.2. I reckon we can get away with 25 considering we're going to be in the pits. We'll play it close by ear depending on what kind of lap times we're doing. If the lap times extend and we're doing longer lap times like 28-ish, then we might take off another kilogram or 2 just to be a bit risky, because that's fun. Until it all goes wrong anyway. But we'll go with that. That's the plan for now. And we're going to have to watch the LMP1 field and determine when is the right time to pit, because there's 17 of these guys and there's 8 of us. So there's a big difference in terms of numbers here. And no doubt the LMP1 field is going to be very eager to get past, as they usually are, and cause us a lot of issues. But who knows? They might be very nice and gentle with us this evening. I doubt it. Right. It's a half warm-up lap, of course, coming down the main straight, or the back straight of Suzuka. Going to go through the hairpin, depending on how much of a gap we are given by the LMP2 pole sitters. And then that'll be it.
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind 40. We're going to restart behind the 21.
Okay, so pole sitters have left the gap, that's good. and we're going to be on the outside line for turn 1, which is not the greatest of positions. If we can hold the outside line, then we have the inside for the S's. But that is...
Anybody down in pitch here that? Yeah, we're working on it, Earl. We're trying to get Cody figured out because stuff's messed up. Okay. Pace car's off. You ready?
And we're going to get a really horrible start here because it's going to go green as we're exiting the second chicane. I knew that was going to happen. Watch those cold tyres. Lost a bit of aero staying behind these guys, but never mind, that's one off track. Ronnie Durig, the next guy ahead. Just a bit wary at the moment, this stage of the race, obviously first lap. Just let these guys cool down, settle in, get the tyres up. There was no yellows there either. That was a bit scary. First of the LMP1 casualties. And he's getting in the way of... Oh, he nearly took us out by re-entry there. Right, that LMP1 car seems to be falling behind, that's good, so he's not going to interrupt us for quite some time. What was that? Right, we're staying with this guy for third. He's the number 5 car, so if we beat him, we might get some points. So we're breaking into the 48s on the second lap. Oh shit. Right, made a small mistake there. Cost us a bit of time. Come on, this car has more than that. Okay, 1.6 ahead, 4.5 behind, so we're making a nice gap. At least the leading cars are getting away. Paul Antcliffe 7 seconds ahead already. That's pretty incredible. You always get one alien. Of course, he may be slightly quicker than us, but that doesn't mean anything. Once the traffic starts flowing, we can take advantage. Or disadvantage. It can go either way, really. Okay, so we're kind of hovering around the high 48 mark, which is fine. I was hoping for a bit more pace, but that's okay. The rest of the field isn't drastically faster than us. hovering around 2 seconds behind this guy Ronnie. Seem to be faster in the mid sector. So I'm finding our car is a bit harsh over those bumps as well in the last chicane. So it might cause us some issues once tyre wear starts to set in. At least we're consistent. That's what matters for us. And then he nearly goes into a gravel trap.
One on the right side. Clear.
Okay, Ronnie got a little blessing there with that traffic. So I'm just getting out my bad traffic out of the way early. Now 3.1 seconds. It's not a massive deal of time. We've just got to manage that gap as best as we can. Okay, it is 16 GTEs here, Jesus. So, it's going to be interesting. I expect to hear a lot of shouting people here this evening. Alright, Ronnie's going to get that GTE before turn 1. He's going to send it down the inside, just ahead. Yes, he is. That's bad news for us. Considering I've caught this GTE really quick as well. Come on, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. You're not fighting anything.
You're clear.
That's cost us more time. Okay, we're not going to catch these GTEs before the next turn. Play smart, play smart. Get a nice undercut.
On your right. Clear. On your left. Clear. Left side. You're clear him.
Why does I always get the bad luck with GTEs? They're always in the way.
Clear. 1 minute 50.455. Left side. Clear if you need it. Left side. Clear if you need it. Left side. Still there. Clear.
I'm fed up with bad traffic. Okay, 3.6 seconds now. That's enough track. Second one. And we're not going to catch this GT, no way.
49.194. Keep moving. Drive through it. On your right. Looks clear.
That was a bit aggressive, just a tad. But I'm not being stuck behind a damn Ferrari through this sector of corners.
On your right.
That's cost us a lot of time, 2 seconds to be exact. Important corner, of course, accelerating out of sector 1. Okay, coming up to the last remaining GTE cars now. And here comes the leader in LMP1. Now we don't want to go in too early. I'm hoping that the lead LMP1s will have some common sense at least.
1:49.
Okay, we will be able to go into the pits after this lap if we choose. Let the LMP1 dude by it.
Right side. Clear.
Okay, now is where we need to judge carefully how compact is that LMP field and where are they all. I'm going to stay out one more lap.
Right side.
5 seconds to the leading cars.
1:49.4.
One of them's already gone in. No, they're both 5 seconds ahead. Oh, very close to the grass. Steady, steady. Whew.
Left side. Core. Clear. Left side. Clear.
Next car behind, the latter pack of LMP1s, is almost 35 seconds behind. I think that's too large of a gap.
Out. Clear. Good job. One car only. Clear.
Well,
Still
what
there.
the fuck was that?
Good job. In that groove.
It just completely shunted me off the road.
Back it up. Slow it down. Clear, clear.
That's definitely a protest. 100% protest. What the f... Don't have a choice now but to come into the pits. Only 7 seconds repaired, we're not going to take it. what the f... It's all gone wrong. Everyone's just killing us. Oh, come on. Just suicidal LMP1s. Left, right and centre.
On your right. Clear, clear.
Which means we're now going to have to do the next race. I knew it was going to happen. Suzuka, I knew it was going to happen. So that was lap 14 and 13. We'll have a look at those at the end. And this goes back to my original argument where LMP1 drivers shouldn't be, or LMP1 cars shouldn't be open to everyone. You should have to start at GTE and then work your way up. And we've got damage because this car doesn't turn in like it used to anymore.
Left side. Clear.
Right, so we're now P7 in class out of 8, so... I'm hoping we can still get 4th from this.
One on the right side. Clear.
Oh, not this guy again. This is the same guy that took us out. And now he's going to slow us down, isn't he? You've got to be kidding me. What is going on? Why is everyone so stupid this evening? So we've had 2 LMP1 cars take us out. One on purpose. One through just pure stupidity, and now a GTE rejoins at the most dangerous part of the track without even looking at to see if there's any oncoming traffic. So that's 3 reports I've got to make now to get all my license points back, because I'm not at fault for any of those. Oh, iRacing, oh, iRacing, oh, it's just... No other game would this be a problem. But I shall stay positive. We now have 12 out of 17 points. Now it's a survival game.
4.319.
wonder if anyone else in LMP2 has been harassed like we have. I can't be the only one who's beaten to a pulp. Okay, when's the next car? 25 seconds up the road, but they have not gone into the pits, I don't think. So it might be good for 5th place, at least. Maybe. Who knows? Just got to keep driving, see what happens. Hope for the best.
Left side, clear, clear, clear. 1 minute 50, 26, 5, 2. Right side, clear. Left side, clear.
Okay, we are gaining on the guys ahead, which is good, because they still need to pit. I think. Hope. Okay, we've got some LMP1s coming up behind. 3 cars all fighting for 8th in class. Please be merciful. Oh, for fuck's sake. Got 2 incident points left.
Right side. Clear if you need it.
I reckon we're going to get disqualified for this one. And then after, if we do, I'll show you all of the incidents that made us, or put us into that predicament. Because they are just total BS. As usual. There's Cedric coming out of the pits. Okay, we need to beat this guy. This is car number 28, we're number 13. He's not 3rd place, but I presume he's 5th.
Right side. They're by half.
Seem to be losing top speed. Yeah, we've definitely sustained a ton of damage. This is for 4th place. With a damaged car, can it be done? Ah, what was that? Come on. Some poop may have come out. That LMP1 did not give that LMP2 any room.
Left side, still there. Clear.
Okay, I think OBS is back up now, so apologise.
Left side. Clear.
Okay, so if you just rejoined us after that little blip, we took over third place after he took the wrong direction in GTE traffic, and we just nearly got taken out by GTE, which would have been the end of the race for us as far as incident points are concerned. So we are now back in P4, despite everything that the LMPs have done to us. They've given us 12 of our incident points this evening. And third place is almost 39 seconds up the road, so that's how much time they've cost us, these idiotic LMP1 drivers. But we're in a fight for fourth now because Christian is behind. He's going to let us go. Okay. Wasn't expecting him to. I was going to do the undercut and come back at him on the straight, but okay. Bit of breathing space there.
Right side. Clear. One minute 49.961.
Okay, we're starting to build a bit of a gap now. Oh, our car is so slow after those accidents.
Digging, Obi, keep digging. Start to find your entry, all four.
Okay, we're okay for fuel.
Minute 49.457. One on the right side. clear, clear.
Oopsie daisy. Oh no! Come on, come on, no!
Left side. Keep going. Alright, that's a beautiful example of letting one
You
mistake
guys
turn
are
into a bunch of
unbelievable
mistakes.
people, man. Holy shit.
I can't believe that just happened.
Fuck off.
This guy wasn't happy, was he? Oh, look at this LMP. Look at that. Ooh. Well, it's us that paid the price for that. Right, let's have a look at some of these incidents, shall we? Because lap 14, let's go back to our car.
Why are you fighting for position?
Okay, so lap 13, we're always going well. We're fighting for third place. They're 5 seconds ahead, but we're going to try and get it back onto strategy. And when the first of the idiots arrives, where is he? Not yet. Where I think it might be this one here. You're right. Okay, so there's a Ford in front of us. I'm going to slow this down because it's quite important. So I've got nowhere to go, so I move over to the right hand side. The LMP1 goes onto the grass in order to try and escape. I see him at the last minute and pull back over again. So he just basically missed everything, just barely, sees up the tyres, and then the LMP1 tries to rejoin and then loses it under braking and comes right across, doesn't try and straighten up or anything, just decides that that's good enough for me, I'm going to choose that line despite anything that's rejoining. So that's the first incident. Just completely cuts right across. Why he didn't go straight, I have no idea whatsoever. He was never going to make that corner from there anyway, but that's the first few incident points right there. And then not shortly after, so we spin around, regained the, or go into the pits rather, get our pit stop out of the way, and then on our exit lap, this gets better, we get taken out again by another LMP1 car. Let him go down the inside. This is not the car that takes us out, but okay, so let that one go down the inside.
What are you doing, man?
That's perfectly fine.
Like I get you space and you just don't take it. And so you're gonna dive me in there.
And then watch this black LMP1 coming from behind.
What the fuck?
3, 2, 1. Here it is. As I'm turning into the corner, there's no way in hell he's going to make that happen. I'm already turning into the corner by this point, and that's another few incident points right there. So yeah, and then we have another one, which is, where is it? This is lap 14. I believe it's lap 16. Get past all of this, happy dandy. Let the same LMP1 car that took us out through again, and then there's this, watch this GT3 in the top left. He decides now's the right time to rejoin the circuit. This is the excellent opportunity as two fast class cars are trying to rejoin and smack, and I've got nowhere to go. Brakes are on, but nothing's happening. Front tyre sees, and skadoosh. So that is 12 incident points right there, and completely all of them not our fault. Had no control over them whatsoever. And the last one that got us out of the race was lap 30. So go to the end of this one. This was the last straw. This was on 15 out of 17 points. We had about 3 or 4 off tracks, which isn't bad considering it's Suzuka. So we was going really well. It's just all of this idiotic traffic that's actually taken us out. And then, no, that isn't the right lap, is it? Are we going for another one? Yeah, lap 31 then. So it's going to be the end of this lap. When it happens, so there's another GTE that's spun out, all because of this number 8 HPD. He dived down the inside of the leading GTE car, spun him out. The Ford gets turned around massively. If I just turn the camera for you guys so you can see, that'd be helpful, wouldn't it? So we'll watch it in all its glory, shall we? So if we do a better view, so we're just going to look at the corner because that's where it all happens anyway. There we go. Right, so go to static view. Or not. Right, so the HPD is spun out. This HPD is spun out the Ford. He's hit him on the rear right quarter panel, and that's sent him spinning round. And as we're going through the chicane, obviously it's happening in front of our eyes. We've got nowhere to go, so we're trying to go in right, but obviously the HPD is trying to go this way for some reason. I would have gone that way, and therefore, boom, and boom. Game over. That's all of our incident points right there. Good news is we get to do another race, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I'm definitely going to be appealing to those incidents. They are complete BS. So yeah, here's the leading LMP2 car. There's only a few laps left as well. There's only about 4 minutes left in that, so we almost survived, despite all of the stuff that happened to us. I mean, I knew Suzuka was going to be difficult, but Jesus Christ. That was just absolute carnage for us. We got beaten to a pulp. And that's not an overstatement at all, is it? So, there we go. There's that one. So, yeah. I'm going to have a look at that first one again because I'm not too sure. So it was lap 13. Just going to have a look at it from chopper view in slow motion. Okay, so all going through full speed. Having to go over to the right in order to avoid the Ford GT. LMP1 is coming up close behind. I go to the left hand side to avoid the GTE. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't look good from my point of view actually. And then I can't go back across again. That was kind of really close to the GTE as well. And then there goes the LMP1. It's quite depressing watching this in slow motion. But that's what knocked us out of contention for the podium. So yeah, that's that was absolute shite, I have to say. Completely disappointed in that. So obviously we're not going to get any points for that. We got 9 points. Woohoo! Everyone jump up and down with excitement. Okay guys, I'm going to go for a short break, so I'll keep the stream up, but I'll be AFK for the duration, so stick around if you want to see the next race. Fingers crossed we can do better this time. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit guys. Just before I go, next race is at 10 PM, which is half an hour's time, but we'll do some practice beforehand, probably about 1:45. So the stream will stay up and nothing will happen for the next 15 minutes or so. And then we'll be back to try it round 2, so don't go anywhere, and I'll see you soon.